Another bridge to cross, plenty to cover, plenty of ground to cover tonight on the right stand. So that's why quickly moving on, ladies and gentlemen, we have the other big notification that is possible ahead of Lok Sabha 2024. Now it's not just rumor mongering. The CAA rule notification could happen very, very soon, and the implementation of the CAA rule notification will happen online. People who are registered, it's an online process, and if their paperwork is through, clear, then the citizenship will be immediate. Now, does that make them eligible to vote in time for Lok Sabha 2024? What bearings will it have? What dynamics will it have? How will it change? It's a big, big question. Now, we've had Shantanu Thakur, who has Union Minister, who's also the Mathadhish the Sanghadipati of the Mathua Sangha. And he has said that there are nearly 2 crore Mathuas who are still waiting for their citizenship and their rights only in West Bengal. How does this change the dynamic, not just in West Bengal, not just in the Northeast, but the rest of the country too? Big question this. Let's go across to Deepta Das and also Lokesh Jindal joining us at this point on this very big development. Deepta Das, how big is this? A 2019 act and a promise made in 2019, 5 years down the line, will it finally see light of day?
Anand, first of all, I'm not Das. My name is Dittasya Josh, actually. So, like,
Josh,
I will tell you, this.
I beg your pardon. I stand corrected. Dittasya, thank you.
Josh, yeah. So, see, if CA gets notified as it is being told by March first week, the day for us, especially for the Bengali Hindus, will be nothing less than 22nd January when Ram Mandir Pran Pratishtha happened. It is nothing less than that. Okay, I will tell you, it is as big as for us. And after the humiliation we Bengali Hindus has been faced from 1947 till date, I will give you some data why it is important. You will maybe that will clear. Between 1951 to in 1951, the Hindu population in Bangladesh was, that time East Pakistan, was 22%. In 2022, now it is less than 8%. Between 1964 to 1991, 5.3 million Hindu population in Bangladesh just got vanished. There was no record that where they went, what happened to them. I tell you, 99% of these Bangladeshi Hindus who got vanished from the geography of Bangladesh and who got vanished from their population, they have no other place to go than to come in West Bengal or Tripura. Mostly they came to West Bengal, and then a certain percentage of people went to Assam and Tripura. So, and unlike Pakistan or Afghanistan, the persecution of Bangladeshi Hindus is very silent. That you grab their land, you kidnap their daughter, you burn down the houses in the villages, and then you force them to, and remember, most of the Bangladeshi Hindu population, they are below poverty level. They are very poor, and then you force them to come to West Bengal. I give you, like, since the date is 2014, 31st December, I will give you an example of 2012, 28th February in 2013, when Syed Dilawar Hossain's death sentence has been announced. In that one day, thousands of attacks happened on the Bangladeshi Hindus in Bangladesh, where they do not have any fault or any involvement, but still the attack has happened. In Chattogram, thousands of Hindu houses got burned down. In Lakshmipur, thousands of Hindu houses got burned down. People were forced to leave.
One thing, Deepta Josh, one of the aspects, one of the aspects is, and we got to realize that Bangladesh is responsible for protecting its minorities. Bangladesh has to do a job, and that has to happen under the ruling governing government there. And we have to see whether they take the right stand on that matter. But when it comes to those who have fled persecution and come to Bharat, there was a promise made in 2019 The rule notification over the last 4-5 years has not happened for many reasons. First was the CAA protest, then came COVID and 2 years of COVID. And so everything got pushed because of multiple reasons. But is there an intent and will there be an impact if it happens now? Lokesh Jindal, where do you stand?
Anand, this provision will impact states differently. First of all, I will talk about Assam. So we already have an Assam Accord that was signed in 1985, according to which 24th of March 1971 was the date that was agreed. So it was agreed that any person who is not included in the National Register shall not be considered a citizen in Assam. And the Citizenship Amendment Act is in contravention to that. In fact, there were many protests in Assam. And in response to this, the Supreme Court, it had monitored a National Register of Citizenship in Assam on the basis of Assam Accord. And out of 3.4 crore applicants, 19 lakhs were considered ineligible, or their application was rejected. So the Citizenship Amendment Act is going to give citizenship to these 19 lakh applicants outrightly, and this can impact a certain turnout in the upcoming elections. So I would say that we would expect the Supreme Court to duly look into this entire matter, because there is a significant mischief of manipulation in the upcoming polls. And secondly, when I'm talking about other states as well, we see that the center, there are various provisions which are already existing in the Citizenship Act of 1955. If we talk about Section 6 of the Citizenship Act 1955, it lays down procedure for any foreigner to become a naturalized citizen in India. So a time period is given, whereby 12-year timeline is given. Any individual, he can apply for a naturalized citizen, but the condition being that person should not be an illegal migrant. So when I'm talking about this entire issue, which considers only three neighboring states, Pakistan, Afghanistan and Bangladesh, and the provisions that are enlisted, it seems that on the face value, it is political in nature, aiming at achieving a political end, and less about some form of a political justice to those who are residing in the neighboring area. Because had it been related to the political justice, I think the Ministry of Home Affairs would not have taken 9 extensions from the parliamentary committee so as to lay down the guidelines and the subordinate legislations. It is just before the polls that the Ministry of Home Affairs is getting serious about it and coming out with guidelines. Yes, please. Yes,
right. Deeptarsha, how would you want to respond to that?
See, my friend Lokesh has cited many pact and accords, 1971, 1955, but what he did not mention is the 1950 Nehru-Liaquat Pact. In that pact, it was agreed that both the countries will safeguard the interest of their minorities. And that has happened only in India. We can see in Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan, it has never happened, especially in Bangladesh. And what about the promise we made to the Hindus in 1947 when you divided the countries based on the religion and you took 2/3 of the land from Bengal and formed East Pakistan and you have persecuted lakhs of Hindus to India. And they said that till 1971 it was Pakistan and the West Pakistanis who has tortured the Hindus in Bangladesh. But has it stopped there? If it would have been stopped, why there is a certain sharp declination of the Hindu population in Bangladesh from 1971 19% to 2021 less than 8%. That means the persecution kept happening. So we had a promise. We have made a promise in 1947 when Shama Prasad Mukherjee snatched West Bengal from the claws of Jinnah and formed West Bengal as a homeland of Bengali Hindus. So we had a promise there also, and we need to keep that promise. And if you are saying that it is a matter of political interest, I will remind my friend Lokesh Jindal that the issue of giving citizenship to persecuted Bangladeshi Hindus is not raised by BJP. In 2012,
see, one of the aspects of the No. See, the questions have been raised multiple times. Ms. Mamata Banerjee is also raised based on voter ID cards, the issue of illegal immigrants in from Bangladesh into Bengal. Now, ratifying those who have fled Bangladesh, Pakistan, Afghanistan because of persecution, and these are seemingly minorities in the neighboring nations, which are by default Islamic nations, then the responsibility rests on Bharat based on the Nehru-Liaquat Pact and the conversations that had happened at that time. And this has been also highlighted during the UPA government. But my question to you, Lokesh Jindal, is, do you believe that this act, now notifying these rules, will have a direct bearing on Lok Sabha 2024? Beyond just the perception, emotional aspect, will there be a manifestation of votes across constituencies?
Anand, I have already cited the example of Assam, where there are 19 lakh applicants who were rejected by the Supreme Court Monitor National Register for Citizenship. So that is a potential area where certain constituencies might get affected. And then there are certain regions along the neighborhood border territories in West Bengal as well. Because we see that this provision with respect to the voters tally, the voters' name in the voters' list, and then with respect to certain form of ambiguity.
The simple submission, Lok Sabha 2024 or not, this is a promise, a pending promise by the government that was made ahead of the 2019 elections. CAA was notified and the rules came in, or the act was passed in Parliament by a majority numbers in 2019, September, if I remember correctly. After that, not much has transpired over the last 4 or 5 years. A long pending promise. Will the government come good ahead of the elections? We'll have to wait and watch. Thank you very much, Dipta Shajash and also Lokesh Jindal. Thank you very much. We're going to